Hey guys, it's me Brooke here from Saddlebrooke Stables, and in today's video, we're going to be doing my opinions on the 2023 Schleich horses. So we just found out what the new 2023 Schleich horses will be. So I guess I just figured I want to show you guys my action. If y'all don't know, I don't really collect Schleich that much anymore. I mean, I still have a lot from when I really was collecting, but I don't really like the newer ones that much. I mean, except for you'll see my opinions on the newest ones, yeah. But as you guys know, I don't really collect Schleich anymore. I'm more into broad traditionals, but I still do have a lot of Schleich in my collection that y'all see a lot of videos. So let's just get on with this video. Okay, so I have like the pictures on my phone down here. I'm just going to be looking here, but you guys will have a picture in either side of me, edited in obviously. So the first one we have is the Halflinger Mare, and I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't really like the red at the beginning. I think it's a little weird, but I actually think these Schleichs are better than this year's. I don't really have any of the 2022 Schleich, as you guys know. If I'm not collecting them, I don't have any of them. So I don't really have any from this year. I think the shading's a little better, especially around the muzzling. The muzzling is a little better. It's definitely not as great as some of the really retired Schleich, but I actually don't think it's that bad. So I'm going to give her a 7 out of 10, mainly because I just don't really like the red in the hair. I like more realism, but the mold's actually not too bad. So the next one we have is the Halflinger Foal. I actually really think this one's cute. I think the conformation of the horse is a little odd. The shading's pretty good. Like I said, they're getting a little bit better with their shading. They kind of listened to us and we said, you know, like some of your new horses don't have really like any shading. I think this one's actually pretty cute. The proportions, I know full proportions are a little weird, but the sculpt, like the mold is not really my favorite, but I don't think it's half bad. So for the shading and overall, I'm probably going to give this one a 6 out of 10, just because the mold's a little off to me. Next, we have the Pasophino Stallion. Now, I really like this one. I don't think I had the other Pasophino, but it's not on my shelf. Anyway, the shading's gorgeous on this. Like the flaxen mane's really pretty. The only thing I have to say is the hooves. I feel like the hoof color is a little too yellowy, and not as much of a tan color. And you know, the sculpt is probably not going to be my favorite. I probably won't get any of these. I'll tell you which ones I would probably get. This one's not my favorite, but I do really like the shading. I just can't wait to see them in person. I'm going to give this one an overall 8 out of 10 because it's really pretty. Now, next we have the Pasophino Mare. She is gorgeous. I love the chestnut color and the stockings and the socks. They're just so pretty, and I think, you know, the molds aren't as realistic as they used to be, but the shading's getting better, so I think Schleich is doing a little bit better. And yeah, she's just overall pretty. I'm gonna give her a 10 out of 10. I think Schleich did really good. The only thing I have to say is the sculpt is not as realistic as they used to be, but the shading's really good and the color is super realistic. As I know, some of the newer colors have not been super realistic, yet this one definitely is. The next one is the Pasophino Foal. Now, I don't really like this one that much. To be honest, I don't really get the foals because filming and doing much with them isn't the greatest and not that fun because you can't do much with them. But the coloring I actually really like. It's the mold I don't like. But like I said, foals aren't my favorite. So I'm going to give this one an overall 5 out of 10. The next one, I don't know how to say it because it's obviously in a different language, but to me it looks like a Hannibarian. I could be off, but I actually really like this one. I really like that the trot looks a little better. To be honest, I realized like none of the Schleichs have their head like kind of down, stretched out like a Western pleasure horse. I wish they could do that, but this one's really pretty, and the shading's pretty good, the sculpt's not that bad, so I'm probably gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. The next one, which I think is these aren't the Andalusians, I think they are the Hannibarians. This mare, coloring gorgeous. The mold, on the other hand, I do not like. I don't really like this mold, just because I feel like her walk looks a little off. But for the sculpting, like the rest of the body looks pretty good. I just don't think the walk is that great. I do really like the pinking, so I think I'm going to give her a 6 out of 10 also. Next we have the Foal, which I think these are Hannibarians. Now, I don't really like this one that much. I just think it's kind of simple. They sculpted a random little thing and they're just like, okay. Like I said, I still don't really like the foals. I'm probably going to give this one a 4 out of 10. I think the face is cute, but that's kind of all I really like about it. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. The next one is the Noriker Stallion. I don't really know what this is. He obviously looks like a pony. He's adorable. Now, I know he's black, so he doesn't have much shading. I wish they would do a little bit more shading. But the mold looks okay. We'll have to see, obviously, in person because we only have one picture. But I'm going to give this one a... I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I think the mold's going to be really cute and it's going to look great in all these tack. So next we have is the Camarillo Mare. This one's definitely my least favorite. I really don't like the mold. And I don't really like Caramellos anyway. So I really don't like the mold or the coloring. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10 just because I really don't like Caramello horses. Next we have the stable grooming accessories. I'm really glad they did this because I finally need to add more. But to be honest, I have a lot. So I think I'm going to say like a 7 out of 10. Now their feed bags are definitely not as realistic as they used to be. I'll show you one of mine I have here, just down here. This one is super realistic compared to the other one in the photo that's not so realistic. So I'm going to actually give it a 6 out of 10 instead because the old stable accessories were actually really nice. Next we have the obstacles. Now I don't really like these ones. I really liked the older ones where they were like realistic, but these are just too girly, I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're pretty. I like pink, I like blue. But I just wish they weren't so... not normal colors, I guess, if you're trying to say, because I'm super realistic and I like to be stuffed to be realistic. Next we have the horse box with mare and foal. I really like their old stalls. I don't really like the new kind of half stalls. I like the other single stalls better. Now the foal and the horse, I have horses on these mold. I don't really care for the molds that much, but the coloring looks good. The accessories are nice with the little cat, I think. So I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10, just the overall concept. Next we have the saddle room. Oh my goodness, Schleich, you all finally listened. I heard so many people saying, y'all need to make a tack room. And you know what? It's pretty cool. I already have my own tack room. I wouldn't be getting this. But yeah, I'm really glad they had saddle stands, bridle stands, tables, hooks, shelves. Now I think the horse that comes in it is one of the ones from last year. So overall I think it's an 8 out of 10, but I wish they added a different horse. So if people want to get this, they won't get a horse they might already have. Okay, so there are more animals in the new Schleich. I'll pop up some of the pictures I have. But I really didn't think you guys would want to see my opinion on those because I mainly collect the horses. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye, guys!